people's timelines to see it. And see, I don't control that. I don't bother to. This is just part 2 of the last short video that I made. Yeah, I would do it to keep my privacy. If all you want me to do, was it the music in the background that I was doing, or was it my dancing? See, see, I'll do it though, if I start receiving donations for it. See, because okay, this is the way that they control people into smut and shit like that, right? And I'm like, okay, but see, I have a private life that I would love to get out of the 3D of worrying about trying to make money out there and do it here. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. And if see what I'm actually trying to do, I'm like, well, I know there's a way we can access the $333 trillion if we just enlighten ourselves by accessing the true God in heaven, which is in outer space. And you know, the Buddhists were talking, it's like, it's happening now. You mean all I have to do to get a little support for that is to dance around a little bit with some weird sounding like off tones in the background? And maybe I'll be able to raise the breadcrumb money that I'm getting from the entity who they don't really fan me. They want control of my nerves just like you do. But I would rather keep my privacy in 3D. Nobody comes down my driveway anyway. See, I wouldn't have to even have no one. I would say, hey, you know, thank you for your donations. I would rather have it to be that way. Because I do that stuff. Oh, I love dancing. I know how to dance. It's a very free flow kind of way. It's not quite ballet or anything. I'm not very that flexible, but I'm a superconductor. My body, if you've seen the video yet, I explain it. It's like every single, pretty soon, it's like you will be able to hear the music better when you watch me dance. It's weird. Yeah, my uncle used to be that way. And he didn't play music, but he knew how to dance. He did. Yeah. Anyway, and so it just fascinates you to watch somebody who's like conducting the sound through their body, and then you watch them dance, you know. And like I said, but it's not it's not ballet or anything like that. So, but no, I think that the reason why, see, I'm going on and on about it. Well, okay, so in this video, yeah, I was going to ask the question was it the dancing that everybody was viewing that got 8 views? If you look at it, it's like 4, 7, 8 for the past 2 weeks. And now, whenever I do put these videos on, I think it was the neighbor that's spying on me, and they're haters, but I don't know, they're enviers, they're demonic. That's what they do. They're stalking, they try to know as much as they can and then use it against you and all that shit. They're like, oh, let me guess, meth? Nope, it's called real energy. That you don't even really know me. See, live performing artist, the one that goes up and does 3 hours of performing in front of people. First of all, they're getting in an altered state. Yeah, that's the usual for a real achieved human being. They're aware of at least hundreds of different personalities they go through per day. That's a real live flow, free-flowing person. You're a person. You're the person driving. Totally different character. You're gonna get out. You're gonna pay the gas station. You go into character there. You might say, "Hey, how are you doing today?" Maybe no. Okay, but no. See, the non-human faction. They're a bunch of stones. Hi, how are you today? Yeah, the weather is nice. Boo, 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 about my family, job, and this. And then, have a nice day. Pump your gas, go home, sleep, get up, and then I watch the news, listen to them there, and have a nice day. All right, and then and do it again. And would you? Oh God in heaven! Okay. Sanctuary, order. Hello, hi, hello. I'm here. What are you doing? Do you guys like artists anymore? How do you like your TV set? Sorry. how they recruited us and make us enslaved. And the thing about singers and musicians, they might not be as like me, who I'm rare. I'll say no. I'll get to the point. The reason why what's happening is that we're tapping God. We know the truth. It's a human being, and then here we go again. You love it, right? It's like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's what we are. And it's like, had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw us, you would even say the whole fucking thing glows. Not just their nose, but all of the other reindeer used to laugh. Come on, names. Of course they wouldn't let poor Rudolph hardly have 85 cents. And what, candy cane, and I don't even like peppermint. People, if you were my friend, you would know that right now. Never bring the shit I hate, not one single inorganic I will eat. Back to the story of Satan, who finally saw that I was tired and said, shit, I don't know who I am anymore. I'm going to get in a mire, miserable on a foggy Christmas night. Here comes Santa, finally made it my way. And I was like, yeah, sure. When he said, Rudolph, with your fucking olive, you doing, man? Why don't you come on over here and let me tie you up? Now let me take this shit to town. No, it's okay. You're all right. I'm doing good. I'm gonna fucking turn this story upside down, because I'm Satan, as I should. Now what's happening, children? Did you not know it was supposed to be your benefit? But I had to claim the fucking chimney. And whoa, you don't even give a shit. Well, don't take a shit right now because I'm in it once again. Oh, where did this go? Oh! I didn't know I was going to do that. That's precisely it. You didn't know you were going to do that. For money? Oh my God, what are they doing? Do that again? Does anybody have another $30,000? That person right there took it that way. Hi. You know what? This cat right here healed my other cat. She had a sore throat or something. And I realized what happened. I don't know. I went through something. So anyway, enjoy the next videos, you guys. You mean, okay, so, but, no. See, this is the thing. Now, I was going to try to talk to you about, okay, so this is how they get people reduced down, particularly you men, because you're kind of stuck here. You're the overflow. You're half-baked, and you don't know it. And so you have no idea how you're degrading your superior, which is showing up in the flesh as women. See, but they call it a figure for a reason. 6 figures. How many figures do you accumulate with your money? How is that figure? I mean, is it an awesome figure? Look at the fucking figures out there. Now, I'm suspect that that's not really happening out there. Not in the United States. Something else is going on. And there's where I talk about the backdrop again. Pardon me while I go look at what's happening. I'm going to go put my chickens in. Just kind of shut the door. Something about Libra. I just got caught up doing a few things here. And I spaced out. I don't know what I was talking about. But I think it has something to do with what I really wanted to talk about is, well, first of all, it's time for me to beg. I'm not a beggar, by the way. For whatever reason, it's hard for me to be that vulnerable to tell people exactly what's happening, except for I can go general and just say, sometimes you need support during time of transformation. And I don't have a mom or dad to say, "Whoops, I'm hitting a blah blah. I need, can I, can you help me out? You know, can you give me a boost?" I have a, I don't really have a beneficiary. To me, somebody that means that somebody benefits you when they make contact. You know, I want to talk about how that the money that people throw at you, uh, if they're your enemy, I was going to say today is like a big thing. No, um, when you receive money from the enemy, that's, well, first of all, you're working for the enemy. And so do you think they have your best interest in mind? When you receive the money that's circulating right now, it has an energy behind it that's very much causing holographic status that shows up as a mental status, kind of like, you know, because people are trained to do something for it, many things, right? But basically, it's to do the wrong thing. Basically, a lot of people would say, "Man, there you go again. You just think that everything is so negative and everything is like, no, it is. You don't even have any idea." Yep, you have no idea. There's something out there that doesn't want you to know anything. They're farming you. Do you know that? Because they're farming you. There's something that literally eats you, and supposedly the joke is that you might be eating you too. You're the organism that dies. They don't really cremate them. Maybe they give you just a pile of ashes and they take it to McDonald's. Supposedly, I don't know. Whatever, kids. Just keep lining up there and chomping it down. However they made it so very irresistible. It's just your hunger being satisfied. Maybe. That's just the way your body is. That's the way your sensual self is. Bacon, eating the swine, uh, is closest to the human skin, dermis. They use the skin of the swine to graft onto severely burned human beings because it's like almost identical to the human skin. So when you eat a thin piece of bacon with a little bit of fat, that smell in the morning, you love it, right? Oh God, I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't know, see, because you haven't been alive long enough. Nobody has to know, well, why are we even doing anything that we're doing? It's just you're doing it. You think progress is being made too. Oh my God. Ah, I hit my shin today. It's I never do that. See, I don't injure myself when I do the things that I'm doing that look dangerous and people think, oh, you're going to hurt yourself eventually. No, eventually I stop doing that when I get the first inkling from God that says, now you got to stop doing this because you're going to start hurting yourself. Well, I got the message very clear, oh, at least 2 or 3 years ago that no, you should think about all getting at least some help in here, a partner maybe help you out, but more like, no, there is a change happening. It has to happen. Well, you know, brace yourself here. Maybe think about it, though. Think about retiring. You know, a lot of people see, for me, retirement means to sell my mountain life. I can never sell people my life, but I could sell them my home. And anyway, uh, how much does it cost when people retire? Oh, got to look at my injury for the first time here. Oh, it's not looking that bad. It's just that um, I guess it's just it hit the bone so hard. I'm pretty good at healing. I think that I healed my cat when she had a sore throat with heavy duty prayer. And then, but I was trying to tell you how my cat Gay healed her. Yeah, I know it was. He is amazing. You have no idea. He's healed me. He's helped me with the garden. I mean, anyway, these cats I have are healers and a half. Their energy is so amazing. I like gobble it up, and I think they're doing the same thing with me. So we're mutually replenishing each other, and that's why the only thing I'm worried about right now. See, I would like to get my chickens and my cats fed to keep my vibrational frequency on high. Um, I refuse to ask the single and solitary person that has been helping me out with that. Well, they throw money at me in the things that I need like this, um, in replacement of the entire life that I could be living if that was a real partner, real love in my life. Yeah, and see, I would love to. I don't mind talking about it like that here because it's like, well, it's either this or like, what do you do? You know, I don't want to go to therapy because I don't think I'm the one that needs the therapy. People need to go to therapy when they can't communicate with their partners and shit, something like that, right? Especially about that. Otherwise, you're going together, you're doing couples therapy, and it's like, no, I think that this is a situationship. That person, some people. And this is true. See, this is why you have a backdrop of an overflow of, let's get back to the bonobo ape, the male side who gets pushed out. But now, see, it's reversed on us. They actually push out the aggressive female. But maybe she's just one that says, excuse me, but you don't treat me that way. No. And I think you should let me have my space in a lot of things. And then say, are you kidding me? Right? There's some problem. Right? It's just ignorance. It's stupid. Because the natural order of things, believe it or not, she's on top. He likes it. I don't know. It's like, because I don't know. Now, if you want to talk about like whatever he thinks about, well, women are thinking about that 9 times more. That's her fucking area. Anyway, I don't know why I keep going back to that, but there is something in the sky with Black Moon Lilith that has been doing something, and what has been predicted to next to like rise up and globally say something and affect things is a woman. Watch. It's going to try to happen. And it's already trying to happen. But no, like, okay, so we had Elena try to tell us that she might, like, it's like she's backing away from Trump, but that's Hollywood over there, babe. She's like, well, I don't really want everybody to know that I eat the rumps of small children. Talk about what smells good in the morning. They got you all eating it out there already. They're playing a joke on you, babes. You are being farmed. You're highly controlled. You have no idea what it is to have a creative life, to actually sustain yourself. Say, like, what if the power turned off in the mountains? Everybody gonna panic and run to a box out there? No. You're like, thank God, we love it. Turn that off. Watch how quiet it gets. Nope, you turn your generators on. It's a fucking nightmare anymore. It's been happening for a while now. No, everybody's increasingly just getting those generators. It's like, babes, it's such a good opportunity to just be quiet and roast some marshmallows on the fire, cook some zucchinis up on there, boil some noodles if you can. It's the most awesome thing to self-sustain yourselves and simplify. I don't know. I guess I'm the only one left in these mountains doing that, and it'll turn on you that, oh, there's the crazy one. I doubt it. The buck stops here. You live in intention in these areas, or you get the fuck out. You don't poison the waterways just because you want to get a free deal from the deep state, getting fucking asphalt, all of that stuff. Takes a while to clear it up. You just have to have, it's a generational value and people have to talk and they have to go to court and all that stuff. So anyway, so it's true though. It's true. I should do more entertainment, but you don't know how it is that the entertainer, um, they tend to gravitate towards a life that is very, I want to say fantasy like, but it's like, no, this is my life. I have a garden of Eden that recharges me. Like when I walk in one side and out the other, it's like, and you can see it too. I remember my grandma used to tell me, God, I love when you come back in from your garden because I'd be in the sun and all that, and then I would give her all this energy and zucchini or whatever, right? I miss my family. I don't have any family. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here asking for breadcrumbs, see? Or, see, the person that I'm really trying to go no contact with because the communication is just mangled. one of the most harmful things is that they don't communicate, and then the long distance, up, destroyed. But no, no. Some things happen in the beginning. No, this person operates. Sorry, well, he admits it right there. Yahweh, and it's like, what are you going to do about it? It's like, well, I can try to get people to give me $300 here. Why don't you go out and get it yourself out there, sweep floors? I would love to. I would love to. I would love to think that people would hire me right now. But I'm looking at prejudice of a certain type. I kind of think that my time is done here or everywhere. Uh, as far as that kind of work, I don't know. I would try it if I knew if there was an opening, right? So I need to just go from building to building. See, here's another thing: is that my health hasn't been very well. I felt I might be slightly underweight right now. I'm struggling to keep myself up. You you can probably see it here, and that's why somebody would say, "Oh, let me guess, meth." And it's like, I don't blame you. When somebody's 30 pounds underweight, 25, we look like we're on drugs. But no, I promise you, I'm not. I wonder, I'll think with you. I shouldn't let you know, but see, I'm beginning to figure out who I am, my personality, and how weird it is. Uh, um, I know that I'm onto something about this decoding system that you're supposed to identify yourself with your digits and do the typing. See, I'm getting more and more clear about it's like, babe, the capitalism thing. See, you just don't know what that means yet. Just like you didn't know what the watch was. I'm going to give you more examples. You didn't know what a channel is until you realize that no, I'm a channel. And people get on here and they're going to inform you about something. They go along the ley lines. They have to use the right words, but the word channel was made like in Tesla's days because Tesla was a channel. That's the way he got. He didn't think. He received, and he became a channel, and he was a conduit of a little bit of the information of what the woman's occupation was doing when she was on top and the leader. It was the feminine. It was the energy, frequency, and vibration world. Invisible. Pardon me while I manage this fire. It's getting warm now. I'm going to go turn it down. And so, but any energy now, I mean, even especially the human energy, but that fire energy, that could be coordinated better. And I keep thinking, I keep talking about it. It's just me here, and that's fine. If I had the extra money, see, somebody paid my water bill without really clarifying that they would do that. I don't think I really asked them. See, I don't really want that person to have to do that. I was ready to do something else and cut. We're both not really for each other. It's just, they know it too. They're like, well, yeah, but what are you going to do about it? They take advantage of that I'm a very affectionate person and that I will show them affection, but they're not really a partner here helping me with jack shit. They don't know what that is. Any of you men out there, think about it. I'm a single woman. I own a home and I don't have a job. What do you think about that? Comment section down below. What do you think about that? See, I think that, see, a lot of people right now, they're saying, well, you shouldn't even have your house. And I say, fuck you. I built this house in my last lifetime. So if you want to just shut the fuck up, I deserve every bit of what I have and more. I don't deserve the life that was cut out for all of us, the mass collective mind boning that's going on. And my personality entails possibly flipping that around. If it's not in this lifetime, you'll see that I have left something that enabled it, and in like at least within 100 years, it will be finally seen that the organism has managed to erase all evil out of the money system. Because it's that movement to try to get rid of evil anyway, and guess what? We are doing it. I'm pretty sure that's why. It's kind of why you don't see the church bells. No, not because they were evil, but because we don't need to like shock people back into like the frequency of just of peace and love and stuff. People have become that rebel. People. If enough people achieve that very vibrational frequency, it is so powerful And I'm stationed here in the San Jacinto Mountains by way of my having built a house in my last lifetime, like a piece of iron. I found this place, and it's predetermined what I'm doing here. In my last lifetime, I was an inventor, and I did a lot of stuff, and so I'm capable. I know, like, ooh, this thing here. It's like, well, throw it all up in the air. You really, I want a lot of stuff taken out. I don't mind staying as a channel. See, the thing I'm not making clear with you to you about the central banking system that you can open up if you at least just see. None of you are doing it, right? It might talk to you. You might hear a message that says, oh, is that what that chick's talking about? Because they're hijacking every bit of the language that will be able to guide your perception into like what you actually have to do. They're putting it over here in left field. They're doing that, and they're talking about it though. They're like decoding, singularize yourself. Many different things, and it's just like the most recent thing right now that they're talking about is, well, they're trying to show you what humans do is they share and stuff like that. You'll see it. They even have it already. It's already laced in your language. It's fucking remarkable. It's like if anybody, they're like, when are they gonna figure it out? It's all there. And I happen to be figuring it out, and I guess that there are leaders to this, and then you don't have to know everything, but if you want, see, it's not that you want it, babe. It's that you already know it. It's so weird because it is based. See, the reason why they stole the eye. I'm sorry, you want me to sing and dance? Shit. Like the TikTok fucking crap. I don't know. See, I think it's a matter of, see, I do get it's very timed, but I'm far ahead of it. They're trying to kill my battery. Uh, when I start, really, what I'm supposed to do is create this article that opens both hemispheres of the brain where you see this amazing, benevolent message in the capitals. Free to capitalize anywhere, anytime, to hold on to your intellectual property, spiritual belonging, and the $33 trillion. Yeah, yeah. Because you don't understand how to run a civilization, but you have to computerize it through that coaxing method, the money thing. People like it. They'll do anything, right? But you have to just take the poisons away and say, here, do instead of poisonous things, do this. Instead of robbing people, don't rob them. It's very simple. And believe it or not, you can say, and you're going to get paid 5 cents to do it. Well, see, so you guys don't equate that everything is going to be lowered. Your electric bill is hardly a half a cent. But you're going to be still like, why? Because everything's still there. We're going to give you silk to make your clothes with. You have to work with your hands more, though. This is how you get a really healthy. That's what was happening before. When my great-grandpa was steaming away with everything here, they bought 4 acres for $4,000. And we can do that again. It can be done again. But the depopulation thing has to happen. We're in the middle of that. And see, I am a global leader, future liaison from the Pleiades. My intergalactic name is it's correlated closely with my astrological chart. It's A6369 Ram OCECT. OCECT means occupation electrokinetic therapy. I'm here to just shock you, and I do it by just constant repeating. And then, see, I have believe it or not, I have very deliberate actions. Even now, especially now with Saturn over my ascendant. Oh man, it is so deliberate. Saturn is structure. I know the equation. I'm like, all right. And so when it was time to do wood, I found myself, my slow, I got so slow in my walk. And I was like, it doesn't matter as long as I get the wood chopped. And then I have what I need. Very deliberate. When I get here, and I go like this, and I go like that, it's very deliberate. That's what you like about your movies, is that it's very changed, and it's shocking you. It's shocking you. See, I'm the OCECT, OCECT, OCECT. I love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what they raised me up on a blanket of air, and let me know. And I got my downloads. Anyway, I'll tell you this story about. I was thinking about doing a playlist, but you don't want any of that. You just want me to dance around with my belly button. Fuck, that's the way it happens. You men are stuck here on Earth, right? It's a money cult, and you're like, no, I don't care what you say about God. I'm stuck here and I want you to dance around in a circle. There, now I'll give you money, and even see, now YouTube is going, See, because indeed, they don't want me to see. I'm in disguise here as a dumb shit Barbie doll having trouble. It's hard to tell what's happening, right? But it's like, no, it would make more sense if you stood back and say, oh no, I see, okay, that's why. That's why you kind of are refusing to hit the fucking the matrix system as you always have, because first of all, you have been clairsentient, gone clairvoyant, which that's the offering for you if you ever learned what capitalism is what it's called. Judith Nath Timer replied to your comment. I got to see what she says. When I have all the energy of the world, I like to see. I'm supposed to put comments like viral. That was the request, and I have been so distracted. I got this request like almost a year and a half ago, but I am under attack. I got this guy that's like, I want this, and he looks at me weird, and it's like, babe, I can't give you because you're not even reciprocating that back to me. You're just taking, and he doesn't understand any of that, and it's weird. So I have to like, okay, go no contact, because I am finding out any tiny contact I make with him, like if I any. It's sad. I've never experienced this, except for it's like, well, it's kind of normal. I mean, it's what you would expect, because it's like you don't get along with like 7 billion people, but um, it's kind of contradictory of what I'm saying. But no, it's the truth. See, because 7 billion people, they're not all human beings. They're not all on your level. They're not all meant for you. They're not all going to be really there for you, you know. I say that we live in a time right now that you have to realize that nobody's there for you. It's just you there for you. Did you know that this is a place of an illusion? That if you realize that more, then you will know how much similar you are. You're not different. You know, you're not a narcissist there, and you know. But we have the strangest world going on out there, babes, and I am like, I see it for what it is, and it's tremendously weird, because it's just one possibility out of many, and you can see some of the examples of civilizations that have lived in the past, and the Egyptian pyramids and the ruins that you see there is one of them. See, they have the how do you like it? A blonde person here that just doesn't look all that good, but she wants to talk to you about this. It's because I'm sure that there's some spies here. It's all enemy. Um, if I get like a comment from the enemy and they don't like the post, I can see it right there. It's like, they're not fanning me. They're not really fanning me. The narcissist wants to plug into you and suck you dry. They don't want you to go and expand and say, oh, I've made it, and feel free. They want you to, and they want to drag you down. They're like, yes. They would love, they pose as somebody that would, no, I'm here for you, man. And it's like, but no, it's called the mask slips, and you'll see. It's only when that they know that you can't really escape that the mask starts to slip, or you're already in it. Kind of like with this woman here that oh, it's the movie. You see it, like, and they say, "Yep, what you gonna do about it?" I've got movies coming up that's gonna talk about that. But so this is going on. See, I'm filming this April 22nd. Some of these videos are going beforehand, uphand. It's kind of trippy. So that's why I'm saying the dates. Lots of energy at my disposal. That's all it is energy. It's at my disposal. I wish I had a fucking floor sweeping job. I mean, if that was the Hilton and they need a floor sweeper, I mean, with an actual machine, whatever it is, hire me. They'll see, oh my God. And then from there, you know, if it takes 2 weeks or a month to get a raise, they would see that, like, whoa, I wouldn't even ask for the raise. I'm so happy to have the fucking job. The problem with that, though, see, taking me away from my animals and my little Ferris wheel that I do here that keeps me quiet enough to be more useful in communications here. And you're like, huh? The dancing isn't that good. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm supposed to hit an algorithm showing a decoding system to the population. Oh, never mind, you fucking people. Get out of here.